I'm doing work right now. No. Actually, not. No. Hold on, I'll call right back. Hi, you guys. So right now we're just taking my doggy outside to go to the bathroom. And I have Corey right here.
What's up, y'all?
And today, because we're all dressed up, is because we're about to go to my mommy's speech, and I'm gonna vlog there too. So I want you guys to pay attention and listen for my mommy's speech, because she is going to be talking about how, I don't even remember, but we are gonna show you guys when we get there. Okay, so you guys just what's together? What are you doing? And you guys just stay tuned and what's gonna be happening today, because you guys, I hope you guys are really excited. So see you later. Bye bye.
Family, we back in full effect. You got Poppy in the back, fresh from a nap. Y'all listen, today is a special day. Me and Pop gonna be a fly on the wall. Boss lady is going to a speaking engagement today. And of course we gotta arrive a little earlier because they serving lunch and this and that. She doesn't speak until 2 o'clock, but we about 12 minutes away. The lunch starts at 12 o'clock. She was asked to speak by someone. I don't really know. I'm really just a guest that's going to support her today. That's one thing about us. We are our own biggest cheerleaders, but we cheer each other on as well. We are each other's cheerleaders. So this is Boss Lady's main stage today. And today is Boss Lady's day. So that's what we doing today. If you don't mind, what exactly are you doing today?
Today I am speaking at a nurses convention about how important it is and the benefits of having a nurse advocate when you are going through things with a hospital or a doctor or life or death situations, or just stuff like that. That's what I'm doing today.
Why did they ask you to speak?
They asked me to speak, I think, because of all of my experiences dealing with, loved ones that have been sick, where I've played the point of contact for them, and having a nurse advocate during my cousin's sickness, not having one during yours, not having one during your dad. And it's just a difference. You can tell a difference when you have one and when you don't.
So they want you to kind of speak about your experience on both sides?
Yes.
Got you. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I heard a little bit of this speech and it sounded amazing, but I want to see how it's presented in a room full of people. I know it's gonna be amazing though. I know they're gonna enjoy it. Listen, my mom don't even gotta open up her mouth. When she go in a room, she just captures an audience. Some people love her for that, some people hate her for that. She is who she is. But to be honest, yes, baby. No, my mom is not coming. I think my mom is at work. But to be honest, not too many people knew about this. The way we move real strategic. And to be honest, it's going to be great things happening all the time. We're not really the type to, put out invitations for the thing that we doing. But if you follow on the channel, you will see what's going on. We got different aspects of our lives that y'all haven't seen yet. But y'all along with us for the ride. We going to see how this food looking. Hopefully it's good. If not, we might have to get a little something after. But it's free. I don't know if that's good or bad. People love free stuff. But at the same time, if it ain't up to par, you really not able to do any complaining. So the GPS say we 10 minutes away. I'm going to update y'all when we get there. Your head is in the way. I don't want to.
I'm so sorry.
Now you good. You never know what to expect. But y'all gonna be along with us on the ride. We gonna fill the room out, see what the room looking like. I'm not gonna record the whole event. I'm really there just to support my mom and, of course, enjoy myself. But it's me and Poppy. It's me and Poppy today.
Poppy hooky from school today.
Poppy hooky from school
Yes,
today because she want to support her mom, which is good. Y'all know sometimes we break the rules. You glad you didn't go to school?
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't go to school either, because you with us. You with us. But that's what we doing today. I feel amazing, y'all. This was a rough week. This was a rough week for us. It was a rough week for us, We've been battling. The devil been trying to attack us in so many different ways. And I feel like when that happens, that means you moving towards your greatness. You moving towards what's for you. It's going to be a lot of things that happens before you start elevating, or as you're elevating. And growth is not always, it doesn't always feel good. When you are growing, you're going to go through growing pains. Things are going to adjust. And that's what it is. And we're learning that. And we're continuing to grow together. But what I want y'all to take from this vlog is support your people, support your team. It's not always about you. If one person win, y'all all win. If it's not like that, you need to reevaluate what team you on. And all that hating, all that mad because this person, listen, the only competition you should be having is with yourself, nobody else. When you start looking at other people, where they at, what they doing, you already lost. There's always going to be somebody that has more than you. It's always going to be somebody that might be in a better position than you. So you think. So just keep your eyes on your prize, water your own grass. And
not only that, you don't never know what people went through to be deserving of the blessings that they receiving. You don't know. You don't know what somebody go through and why God is blessing them so much. So for you to feel like they don't deserve it or why them or I want that, you have no clue what led up to that point.
Yep.
Be careful.
So stop the hatred, work on yourself, continue to spread positivity and love. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back. You know, and be your authentic, true self. If you have a brightness about you, if you have something special about you, I guarantee you a lot of people may not understand or feel where you're coming from because
they don't have it.
They don't have it, and they don't understand how you can even be cheerful in bad times or be strong in bad times. People usually like to cheer you on when you are not doing as well, or like to be in your face when you down and out, when things not going your way. But when you start to walk into your power, when you start to walk in who you know you are, you start getting different results from people, that's good as well, because you don't want to be surrounding yourself around fake people or people that you gotta have your guard up, or if you're doing well, they gonna hate on you. That's too much. I find peace in my family. I find peace in us all winning together. If I was the only one that was doing good, I don't know how that would make me feel. I'm a family man, so that's why I keep my mom, my siblings close. I keep them close, you feel me? Without them, really, anything else really doesn't matter to me. Of course, I want an abundance of money, an abundance of freedom, abundance of time, but without my family, all of that stuff will kind of be priceless to me. I cherish the things that can't be bought. Everybody doesn't think like that, which is why I don't really talk to many people. I don't really have a large friend group, but that's good as well. We keep our circle small. Basil and Amira's not here. Amira actually had a meet today. Prayers up to my baby sister.
I just found out yesterday she's the #1 shot put.
Yep.
In the state.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep. She doing her thing. Basil is at school. I'm pretty sure we would have all been here to support Boss Lady, but sometimes we gotta separate to get the things we need to get done. But other than that, we're here, me and Pop here, and I know that energy alone is gonna allow Boss Lady to be
fuel me.
To be honest, I wasn't originally, this is a last minute play for me. I wasn't really supposed to be coming, but my mom asked me to come. Of course I'm gonna come.
It didn't really charge up.
Of course I'm a supporter.
No.
Of course we gonna ride out together. And that's what it is. Oh man, you look amazing.
Thank you, bro.
She looks amazing, y'all. Pop looks amazing.
Thank you.
Why are you being so tall?
Because of my heels.
I got a sweater on that, listen y'all, the quality of clothes that I have are official. I done had this sweater for the longest. I got my shoes on today. We rocking out in style and fashion. But we gonna see what the event is looking like. We gonna see. Y'all see that food? The food ended up being amazing. That's pot plate right there. So listen, we finally made it. Boss Lady is getting her food. The environment is amazing. Everybody is friendly. And we got some chicken noodle soup too. What you get?
I have some pizza, some ranch for my.
You got some ranch?
For my.
You look so beautiful, Poppy.
For my salad, and I have some roasted potatoes and some shrimp.
Yes. Yo, we about to tear this food down. I'm guessing Boss Lady is gonna speak in front of the room right there at the podium. But We got front row seats, y'all. We about to chow down on this food. I ain't gonna lie, I made a mistake and I got some brisket. I got some brisket.
I'm gonna go get my little food there. Hi, yeah.
And we got front row seats.
I know.
I'm supposed you're gonna be like
I
that.
know. Oh, so you don't even gotta. Yes, perfect. Is it good?
Want to eat this?
You gonna try it? You gonna try everything? Huh? Come on, let's sit it right here so we can try it. Get closer so we can try it. Let's try it.
Open it for me, it's hot.
You said it's hot? Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, I didn't even know there was something to drink. I gotta get something to drink.
If you want some water, I'll go get it for you.
Do they have any juice or no?
There's only orange juice and soda.
Oh, it is. If you feel like it, you can eat first. But if you feel like getting the water, I'll take a water. Thank you, baby. Yo, listen, y'all. That's why I love my sister, because she gonna always take care of me. Huh? Hot, come on so you can eat. Go ahead so you can come back and eat. Nah, she right, y'all. They got pizza, they got everything. You gotta say your grace, y'all. I don't know who prepared this food, but it's pretty delicious. I got some Brussels sprouts. I'm kind of glad that boss lady invited me. Y'all know how I feel about food. Thank you, Poppy. Yeah, come on. Enjoy your food.
Guys, first, I'm gonna try the pizza.
This is a little mukbang. We giving y'all a little mukbang right now. Is the food good? What else you got on your plate? Yo, we got some chicken noodle soup right here. It's amazing.
I love the juice.
Shrimp. I thought this food was gonna be mediocre. It's good.
I like this chicken noodle soup.
You do? It's amazing.
Chicken noodle soup.
I'm out of pocket with this, y'all. I got some brisket, but the way it was cooked, it looks healthy.
Seriously, mommy with the sodas.
You deserve it. You work out every day.
No, she doesn't deserve that. I think she deserves water.
You think she deserves water?
Yeah, but first.
Why you not drinking water?
First, drink some of your water first.
Drinking water, but you getting on me about the water.
I told him I got a little bit of that brisket.
That's ridiculous.
But I ain't gonna lie, the way they cooked it.
What?
They cooked it so tender.
Oh, Corey. I say, you like it? No.
But y'all, listen, we gonna enjoy this meal, and we gonna bring y'all back up to par when Boss Lady actually starts speaking. I know it's gonna be amazing. To be honest, like I said, I'm glad she invited us because the food is amazing, and we wanna see her perform and do what she wanna do. Oh, what you got, ginger ale?
Yeah, I got ginger ale.
And your plate light. You got some Brussels sprouts too.
That's my favorite.
Grandma, this.
Look at Pop
They
found
put this.
Pop found a way to sneak some candy.
No, I'm just showing them.
Yes. But alright, y'all, let us finish our food, and we're gonna let y'all know when Boss Lady get on the big screen.
So we have two patient stories that we're going to share. We're at the ninth inning of our kickoff 2025. I know you're all sad, but this is always the best part of our kickoff, is hearing from our patients and their families the impact that you had on that family and or patient. 5 minutes. 5 minutes for what? Oh, okay. Well, Grace is here, so we're going to do. All right. So, earlier this year, Grace and I work on the board on the Nightingale Awards, and Grace called me. I think we were just chatting about Nightingale, and she seemed upset. And I said, "What's going on?" And she shared with me that her sister was in the ER, or had been in the ER at Suburban General. And immediately I thought, right? So I'll let her tell you the story, but what we supported her sister,
Yes.
and I'll let you tell the story.
Thank
So,
you.
Grace Laster.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm so nervous, so y'all bear with me. I might hide behind this podium. No, not really, I'm not. But I am going to use my laptop a little bit because I have to admit this was, I didn't forget about it, but I'm a mother of 6 and a widow. And I had so much on my plate that I did not, in my mind, I'm like, I gotta write this down because I'm not going to get up there and look crazy, right? And time was just steady going till yesterday. So just bear with me, but I'm not going to start where Betty started. I'm going to start a little bit further. So good afternoon. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me to speak today. And I'm so excited to be standing here. I was honored when Betty asked me to do this. I'm very nervous, as I said, speaking in front of crowds. And I would have normally probably told her no, or let me think about it, right? But when I understood what this was for, I'm like, yes. It didn't even process. And when I said it, I'm like, I told Betty yes, like, you know? So, I'm gonna start by telling a little bit of my own personal story. They gave me 30 minutes, and I'm gonna tell you, they kind of messed up. Betty, you messed up. You gave me 30 minutes. So, you know. Some people used to tell me, or still do, I should have been a nurse myself. A nurse or a doctor. Can you speak up? Sure. That's the first time somebody has ever told me that. I am the loudest one out of my whole family, and they're always like, shh, and my kids are too. So yes, I can. On January 20th, 1998, my son, one of my children, was diagnosed with neuroblastoma stage 4. Now, I normally have to explain what that is, but I'm in a room full of medical geniuses, so I know I don't have to. I remember that date so vividly because it was his birthday. Yes, he was diagnosed on his 5th birthday in Children's Hospital, Philadelphia, and so we had a big bash in the hospital on the 7th floor. Needless to say, we had been there a month. They didn't know what was wrong with him. They kept telling me, we don't know, couldn't figure it out. They said it was growing pains. They assured me though, it was nothing serious. We don't think this is anything serious, nothing to worry about. So I started meeting with every head doctor of every department of medicine in Children's Hospital. Everyone was telling me they couldn't find what was wrong. Mind you, they had him doped up on morphine as well. So the problem he initially came in with disappeared. Didn't really disappear. It was masked with the morphine. They suggested I speak to the oncologist so we can start ruling out things. You know how that goes, the process of elimination. We know it's not that, so let's start there. When they initially did his bone marrow biopsy, I thought I forgot to sign paperwork. That's how quick the doctor came back to me. I was sitting in just getting coffee. They just took him back. I'm like, let me get my coffee and sit. Came out immediately. He said they had found massive amounts of tumors in every area of his body. The thing was, there were tumors they had never seen. The size, the shape, the color, they were baffled. Well, you can imagine, they were confused and lost. I damn sure didn't know what was going on. This cancer was very rare, and after speaking to several doctors, they realized we don't know anything about it. They finally found a doctor who was starting to study it, but he was out of the country. That started our journey. They had given him a month to live, but didn't expect him to make it a week. The medical advice I was given was just to make him comfortable until his time came. The doctor said, even if we were to try to tackle this cancer, the amount of chemo he's going to have to endure, on top of the pain medication he was being administered for his pain, which now is fentanyl, it's going to kill him. He's so young. Well, that wasn't an option for me. And so my nursing journey began. I negotiated with the oncologist about our next steps. We made a bet. We shook on it in the office. Well, I knew there's a God, and I won the bet, because there he is. He's now 26 years old. Every side effect they said he would deal with after he was in remission hasn't dealt with one. I also have my 6-year-old daughter. She hooky school today. She wanted to see her mom on the big stage. Plus, I didn't want to take a chance of not getting back to get her off the bus. Yes. During that time, I learned so much about the body, about chemo, about side effects from chemo, about platelets, blood transfusions, allergic reactions, you name it, I learned it. Not only did I become a mother of a kid who was fighting for his life, I also became his personal doctor, his nurse, his counselor, his comforter, his comedian, his playmate, and anything else you could think of that a 5-year-old kid with cancer is so confused right now. He didn't know what was going on. He was just playing on the schoolyard with his cousins. He was lost. This was a very difficult time for me because I had no clue what was going on. And I had to pretend I did to be able to comfort him. And the way he needed to be comforted, I had to make him think it was going to be okay. Even though I had no clue that it really, I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on, what the outcome was going to be. In the back of my mind, all I could think was, what if I lose my baby? I'm sure someone can relate. All right. I didn't want to make this too heavy, but when you talk about life and death, it always carries some type of weight. But I'm going to lighten the mood. I'll never forget the time, and he remembers this. He popped up, I saw him, and he had all these bruises on his body. And I'm looking at him, I'm inspecting him, and I'm like, what's going on? I instantly became furious. Who is hitting on my poor sick baby? Who's abusing? Like, what is going on? I was going crazy. I was like, I'm going to jail. That's A. Somebody's losing their life. That's B. And what's going on? I'm gonna tell you what made it worse. I'm like, who did this to you, honey? Talk to mommy, I'm here. All you gotta do is tell me. I'm gonna fix it. He's looking at me, he's like, no. He swore up and down. Listen, nobody. I then felt like, what the hell? I said, my son's going crazy. This chemo's getting to his brain. He's covered for his abuser. I'm like, you have to know who's hitting you. You have bruises everywhere. I later found out platelets. His platelets were low. That's the side effect. Oh man, good, no jail time. That was the first thing I said. During that year of him receiving so many different chemos, all which had all different kinds of side effects, 2 bone marrow transplants, I had to acclimate myself to what a nurse does, just without the degree and without the pay. Gave him baths every 10 minutes for one of the chemos that the side effect was, it burned him from the inside out. It was unbearable almost, you guys. Navigating through that whole process was so challenging for me. Knowing what questions to ask, watching what medicines he was given because of the allergies, understanding what the doctors were saying, I could go on and on. With all of that, this was our new normal. At the time, it seemed like second nature. You know how it is, moms. You jump into a role without even thinking. For your children, you'll do whatever you have to do. Needless to say, we got through it. Fast forward to August 24th, 2019, my husband had an aortic aneurysm. As you all know, something like that is normally fatal. Well, it wasn't for him, not at first. Again, I find myself living in a hospital with a loved one, only this time it wasn't a child, it was my spouse. And it wasn't Children's Hospital, obviously, it was Temple University. I put on my nurse's hat again. This time I was a little more seasoned than the first. The nurses would sometimes tell me, please go home, go get some rest, go get some food, allow us to do our job, please, Grace. I did everything for him, bathing him myself, feeding him, administering his medication when they brought it in the room, and anything else he needed. I was even his interpreter when he couldn't talk. Eventually they learned I wasn't going anywhere as long as he was there, so they got me a cot to put in his room with him so that I could be more comfortable. By that time, they knew I'm the head nurse in charge. Here we are again, only this time I was a lot more familiar, and it showed. I had doctors asking me what line of medicine I studied. Was I even a nurse? Where did I work? I was good, y'all. I was good. And this go around, I was so much more confident in my role. I even got a new trade under my belt. Rehab. We even did rehab. Unfortunately, my husband is no longer here. He passed a year and a half after his injury. I know I'm going to get emotional, but I'll be okay. The surgeon that saved his life and continued his care up until his death shook my hand after he passed, and he told me I was the best support system he had ever seen in all his years of medicine. And he was honored to watch me care for my husband the way I did, and to keep my head up, because I had done everything possible I could have for him. Of course, at that time, it didn't ease the pain. However, I often sometimes sit back and appreciate that moment. Fast forward to July 8th, 2024, just last year. My sister, who I was raised with in the same household all of my life, held a family meeting telling us all she had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, stage 4. She said to the doctor, what happened to 1, 2, and 3? A 48-year-old healthy vegan woman, exercised, so sweet, had taken a drink in over 16 years, was so sick all of a sudden. We couldn't understand it. We thought, can somebody please make some sense out of this situation? Here I sat again in the seat of hurt, pain, confusion, stress, disbelief, and fear. This could not have come at a worse time, because as Betty said, we were working on the Nightingale Gala. That was awesome, by the way. We were deep into the planning. I mean, y'all, the agenda, the production, the decor, we were deep in it. I was supposed to send Betty a shot list for the photographer. Of course, with all this going on, I forgot. She texted me or called me a couple days later. She's like, hey, can I get that shot list? So I sent it, but with that, because I'm such a great person to work with, I sent an explanation as to why I didn't send it initially. I told her what happened, what was going on with my sister. Right away, I get a message from Betty. Call me. I'm thinking, oh, she's pissed about this shot list. Oh my gosh, I had dropped the ball. Like, what am I gonna say to my boss? We may lose this client, right? So I called her. When Betty answered the phone, I expected her to like start talking about the gala. The first words out of her mouth immediately is, what's going on with your sister? I don't even know if Betty knows how much that meant to me at the time. After explaining to her what my sister had shared with us, she immediately began explaining to me what Guardian Nurses does, who they were, and what they did, and why she even started this. She then went on to offer their services, and this was the kicker. She said, and this one's on me. Well, let me tell you, it's a couple guys in here, but Ladies, you know how we feel about free stuff. Especially when it's unexpected, right? You feel like God has just opened up heaven. So I'm like, oh, again, she touched my heart. She told me to set up a call with my sister if she was willing and didn't mind sharing with her. She wanted to just get a little bit more information. She wanted to get the full story, and she was going to find the best nurse she felt was suitable for her case and brief her as much as she could. She assured me I was going to be in great hands. Then she also let me know she was going to be playing us close. She wanted to know the progress. She wanted to see what was going on. So I'll be in touch as well. When I shared this with Charity, that's my sister's name, Grace Charity, we got a hope, we got a faith. Bro. My sister was speechless. She said, this is a godsend. And she was absolutely open to having a discussion with Betty. Yet again, I found myself with my nurse's hat on. From the moment we met Heather, that's who she gave us. From the moment we met her, it was just a relief. For me, I didn't have to be the one to ask all the questions. I didn't need to hang on to every word and try to find out later what it actually meant. I didn't have to worry about scheduling appointments, about being the main point of contact with the doctors. For once, I was just able to be the support my sister needed, the one that could freely lay in the bed with her and rub her face and feed her when she couldn't feed herself. I finally had someone that I could lean on to get me through this. For my sister, she loved having someone that was a medical professional that she felt was on her team, that was there just for her, fighting on her behalf. I can remember having transparent conversations with Heather where she told me the truth, what it looked like from her medical expertise. But then she would switch that hat whenever she saw necessary to then be the one that was a comforter. I could cry on her shoulder. I could vent to her. And most importantly, I could be vulnerable and I felt safe. Once Heather got involved, she quickly got down and dirty. She started questioning those doctors and didn't let up. She's a little feisty something. So much to the point, do you know they found out it wasn't even pancreatic cancer? It was rectal. Even finding that out though, it didn't change how progressive her cancer was. Unfortunately, my sister's journey didn't last long. It ended October 7, 2024, 3 months. Heather and Betty were there from the beginning of the journey to the end. And you know how they say, you don't miss what you never had? I am a living example that prior to this experience with my sister, I couldn't have imagined how essential it is to have a nurse advocate, to have one of you talk for us when we're in a situation where we can't talk. And if we could, we don't even know what to say. She truly was a godsend. They came to my sister's viewing. They showed up. I'm standing on the corner and I say, and I don't know, please don't take this wrong because I am so not racist. I saw these two white ladies. We're in the hood, okay? I'm from the hood. We're in the hood, and that's where the funeral was. And I'm at the corner, I look up and I see those two white ladies. I'm like, are they okay? Betty and Heather! I couldn't believe they actually showed up. Betty said, send me a card, but you know how people say that all the time? Oh, send me your info, send me your card, and you never hear from them? Well, she came, they came. They were there, they're viewing. They even checked on me several times since then. Just talking, just calling, how you doing? I've even had people reach out from Nightingale and, you know, just to check on me to see how I was doing. Before my sister stopped talking completely, she told Heather that she was now part of the family. So much to the point, that's what she started telling the doctors. These are all my sisters, she would say. You know, they come and say, oh, who's everyone? Who's all of these people? And you start introducing who everyone is. She go, oh, they're all my sisters. Well, you should see the look on their faces every time she said it. Hilarious. It was priceless. Because we would give them the look when they would give us the look. Like, what? That's our sister from another mister. With that, I ran this past Betty before. This came to mind. Heather was presented with an award at the gala, but it was broken. And we had to reorder it. And when I found out I was going to be doing this, I said, I'm keeping this to that day. Because I want to represent her with it, because she deserves it. And when I ran it past Betty, she thought it was such an appropriate and amazing idea. So Heather, can you please come here? I just want to tell you how amazing you are and how you deserve this so much. And if nobody else tells you, you are gossip. Thank you for being here for me and my family. And we love you. And Betty, we love you too. Because without you, we couldn't have made this connection. And I want to thank all of you for everything that you do. Please don't ever think it goes unnoticed. And even when people don't say it, know they're thinking it. They're just too darn stubborn and bullheaded. And so what? We read minds. I know what you're thinking. We're great. That's what you should say. I know what you're thinking. I know I'm great. Thanks. But thank you all for listening, and I appreciate you.
She almost made me cry.
Yes.
I was told to leave room for questions. So y'all don't batter me, don't hold it against me if I stuttered or anything, but if you have any questions, I'm more than willing to answer. I don't know what questions you might have for me, but I'm here. If you want to know how great you are, just say, am I great? I'll answer that. If not, thank you so much. Thank you.
You're just for the man.